What's up guys, Evasion here and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be going over some popular, or not popular questions, but some recent questions I've been asked and haven't really had the chance to answer, and some of them also were just more relevant questions that I could talk about for a minute. It's also going to kind of serve as my Q&A video for those of you that are Patreon subscribers. I'm just going to be playing a few Battleground clips in the background as sub, as I've been messing around with a build that I'll show you guys right here on screen. It's kind of just a one-shotty kind of build. It's really not that good as far as arena viability goes, but it is pretty funny to get some crits. It's just not as viable as playing the regular like Night Stalker and 3 Dance Enveloping Shadows, or the regular Subterfuge and Dark Shadow build, which a lot of people like to use too, along with having Mark for Death. This build has really low combo point generation outside of Shadow Blades and having cooldowns, and there's a lot of downtime once you've used your dance charges, but it is quite a bit of fun, especially in Battlegrounds when you're able to use Saltwater Potion and stuff like that. Alright, definitely newer to a video idea like this, so we're just going to kind of wing it. Just going to go through and pretty much show questions on screen, and then it's pretty much just going to answer them, talk about them, and see how it goes. So basically, the first question I have, and I get it a few times, is like, do you recommend assassination or sub for a new rogue? And my answer to that is, in my opinion, honestly, just play what you find most fun. They both have different styles. One's better to do more overall damage, and the other one's kind of got more immediate burst damage. But in my opinion, I think Assassin is more strong and it's easier to pick up. So if you want a honest answer, go for Assassination. But at the end of the day, I play both. I like both specs. Don't really like Outlaw as much. Outlaw is currently kind of, I think Outlaw is the least viable out of all three of the specs. It can kind of work in twos with like certain classes, but I don't even think you see any on the US ladder. But yeah, that's honestly pick Assassination. And new advice for Assassin Rogues is another popular question I get. Do I have any any advice for new Assassin Rogues? And basically, if I could recommend a couple things, always try to use Vanish to sap off of the end of your blind. If the target trinkets, that's whatever, you can't sap it then. But also don't try and waste your combo points. What I mean by that is, if you have 4 combo points, do not be using Mutilate when you're at 4 combo points. It's going to overcap your combo points and waste them, and that directly translates into energy efficiency. So a lot of the people asking me about kind of leads into the next question: how do I have so much energy? I get that question a lot, and it's honestly just because maintaining your bleeds, making sure they stay poisoned, and not wasting Mutilate when you have full combo points or you're at 4 combo points, unless of course you're playing System Shock, which kind of jumps into a different thing. Basically, you need 5 combo points and both of your bleeds active to gain effect from this honor talent. So what I do there is I use Fan of Knives, or I use a Poison Knife, which is a lot less energy. And also sometimes you can just refresh Corrode on the target, or you can use Toxic Blade and get that last point more efficiently. And doing stuff like that is really important, so that you're not wasting your energy or your combo points. Yeah, that's pretty much going to cover that. And do I plan to make an updated sub and assassin guide? And yes, I do. I've just been really busy lately. Been kind of slacking too. I'm going to try and get back on it for you guys. I want to make like 4 videos this week by probably, yeah, just like 7 days from now. I'm going to have 4 more videos for you guys. What is your font in WoW? I get this question so much. My font is called A Nice Damage, and I'm gonna try and leave a link to where you can find that in the description below. I get that question so much. I think I've made like add-on video and stuff like that, and it still pops up all the time. But it's a cool font. It's kind of old. Really enjoy it, and yeah. Anyway, have I considered reviewing other players' clips? Is actually a Patreon question. Patreon of mine, 6 Addict, he pretty much asked me if I consider doing that, and honestly the answer I gave him was that I thought of it as like a Patreon reward, or like perk rather, for being a patron. But at the current moment, the reason I haven't been reviewing other people's footage and stuff like that is because I would rather have obtained like Gladiator or Rank 1 or something like that, because I feel like it's more credible for me to do something like that, because I know a lot of you guys, even a lot of my viewers, I'm pretty sure are higher rated than me currently. I run into you guys once in a while, and some guy, like, I'll play against somebody and be like, hey, big fan of your videos on YouTube, and I'm like, we're playing at like the same MMR. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. Um, but I think it's even cooler to see people still watching my channel and videos and stuff like that when they're playing on the same rating. It's pretty sweet. Which means there's people that are here for more than just watching to improve and figure stuff out, which is pretty awesome. But nonetheless, appreciate everybody who is in the same boat on that. And the last question I have for this video is, do you plan to play WoW Classic, and what class, race? Absolutely plan to play WoW Classic. Gonna probably be playing it a lot. And the class and race that I plan to play is obviously Rogue, and it's gonna be human as well. Just gotta stick to my main cheese right there. If I do any alts, I haven't actually decided what I want to do. Could go a couple different ways with that, but I'm not going to say I'm going to play any alt yet because I want to just make it to 60 first on the Rogue and get that out of the way. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. Please let me know if you have any additional questions, comments below. And we're going to try and get right into working on some more videos. I might do a more edited crit video here with this sub build, but I might just edit the spec a little bit so it has better combo point generation. I actually have some dual clips too that I would have liked to show. I actually lose a fair bit of them just playing this build because this build runs out of damage so hard. Fighting like Destro Warlocks and stuff like that, they actually just tank it out and it runs out of damage. You have to work really, really hard to get kills. Also, one last thing too, just wanted to point out that I've been playing quite a bit of Fire Mage and Elemental Shaman, and I was not sure necessarily if there was any interest to that on my channel, but I may upload some. The Mage clips, I just got over 2100 again on my Mage for the first time this season. Haven't really been playing it much because I got so bored of Void Elf that I had to switch back. I just switched back to Human, and on my Shaman I've been playing Jernai. Just always been a Jernai Shaman, and it's been kind of trolly to play Ellie with the Lightning Lasso and whatever, but it's been fun, and I hope to potentially upload some of those clips, guys, but we'll see you all again very soon.